Good morning. So this reading is for Thursday, April 10th. And what I'm going to do here is pull a little bit about our past. It feels like the cards already want to jump out. So let's see about current energy. Okay, one more. There's a lot of nines that are out here. I'm definitely picking up the end of a cycle. We have the new moon in the sign of Libra, or full moon in the sign of Libra happening this weekend. And so when I see the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck here, I'm not surprised because it feels like there is a balance here that needs to be restored. The Five of Swords does talk about some sort of conflict, resolving some sort of conflict. There's something here that is meant to change. And so when I look at the past energy, I'm getting the Seven of Cups, and this feels very overwhelming. Like there was so many tasks, so many things coming at you all at the same time that it made it very confusing. You weren't able to identify what really needed to be done, what you really wanted here versus just the entire, just everything all at once. And that's how it's coming across. It just felt like it was everything all at once. It made it really difficult for you to prioritize, for you to figure out even what you wanted versus maybe what was a distraction. Page of Cups also showing up here in that past energy. This does feel like you trying to narrow down exactly what you wanted, almost as though you kind of took a step back from the situation to say, okay, let me not get overwhelmed by by all these cups being tossed at me at the same time. What is it that I really want here? Because the Page of Cups is showing up and also the Queen of Pentacles. So male or female, it's just the energy of the card. But that Queen of Pentacles is a very strong, very stable, grounded energy. And with the Page of Cups, it's let's focus on what really matters. Let's try to identify something here. Let's take it back to the basics and understand which of these cups is going to be, I'm getting fact or fiction. Which one is real? Which one's not? What kind of those false flags? It looks like it's going to be a promising opportunity, but it really isn't going to be. In the current energy, I am getting the Sun. And I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords. And it's interesting the way that these two are coming out. So the Nine of Pentacles is a card of confidence, being able to build and create your own abundance. The Nine of Swords is stress, anxiety, and everything around it. And it feels like what is happening here is you're coming to the end of a cycle where you're doing everything on your own, because I'm getting the Hierophant showing up here in the current energy as well. And so it feels like whatever that you've been trying to accomplish, you're able to get yourself to a specific point. And then from there, you really need somebody else along the way. So whether it's a romantic partner or another kind of partnership here, you're looking for somebody to team up with and really go down this path. The Hierophant is one of the marriage cards within tarot, and it does talk about a very strong spiritual union. So just putting it out there from a romantic standpoint, it does indicate marriage if that's what you're looking for. In the future energy here, I'm getting the Moon, and it feels like this is what you're trying to navigate. You're trying to figure out exactly what you want to do, but it's about things being hidden. Maybe there is something here that needs to be kept in the dark until you're ready to see it, because I'm getting that energy as well. And so there's something where you're navigating the darkness, but it helps to have somebody along with you. And that's really what you're looking for. Somebody to help kind of navigate this uncharted territory with you. And I'm getting the Four of Wands, which is also one of the marriage cards here within tarot. And so I like the way that this is coming across, because the person that is crossing your path is really helping you get from this kind of completion point of you being able to accomplish this on your own. And they're helping you to kind of level up and go down this path with you. I'm not getting the sense that this person's going to abandon you in any way. This really is about a link up, a partnership that starts out and then continues on. I'm also getting the Nine of Cups here, and it feels like this is what you want. You want this type of partnership, this type of engagement with another person. And it feels really positive because the both of you are going down this path together. And even if all the answers aren't available, because with the Moon, you wouldn't see everything, it's about, I'm getting trust the process. So there's something significant about that. So let's get some additional detail here. Interesting. I'm getting a sense of being protected. When I look at the Seven of Cups here, I'm also getting the Sun. What the Sun was doing and what happened here in the past is there were a lot of distractions. It was a very overwhelming sense when all of these things were coming at you at the same time. They all looked like promising opportunities, but it's almost as though you did have to take a step back, let the sun shine. And I'm getting like what I'm actually seeing is some of the cups disintegrating. And so not everything was meant for you. Not everything was going to be in your best interest. Some of that would have been like a short-term, quick kind of a gain, but it would have disappeared almost as fast. And so it wasn't really in your best interest in that respect. It would have given you that short-term kind of dopamine hit, but not really be that long-term that you were looking for, give you that satisfaction, that emotional satisfaction over time. And so what happened here was you did take a step back. Page of Cups with that Seven of Pentacles indicates that you did try to figure out, okay, where do I really want to invest? Because it's not just about these kind of quick wins. It's looking into the future, identifying what would create the stability, long-term stability. Queen of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. So the way the Three of Swords is coming across, it's a healing energy. It's a heartbreak. But I'm getting that some of the cups that were presented would have appealed to this side of you. They would have not allowed you to heal from something here. It would have exacerbated the problem. And so that's how the sun was disintegrating. It was showing you, okay, yeah, that might give you that temporary satisfaction, but it's not really meant to help you. And in fact, it might actually make things worse here. And so you kind of understood that to a degree, even if it wasn't conscious. It was definitely subconscious, where your body understood, your guides were understanding, everything else around you understood what this meant and kind of almost forced you back into, think about it, really take the time, process what's going to be in your best interest. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles with the, yep, okay, Hierophant. So with the sun here in the current energy, I'm getting the Tower. So there's a sudden shakeup, a sudden awakening. There is an awareness that is coming through. It is penetrating through this full moon energy. The way that this is coming up, because I've got the sun in the past, I've got the sun in the current, I've got the moon showing up here. So full moon showing up very loud and clear in this reading. And what's happening is you're understanding now what needs to go away. And the Tower is removing it. It's almost like the minute that you're aware, it's removed and it's opening things up for you. Clarifying the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, I have the High Priestess showing up here. And so the High Priestess, a lot of trusting yourself and trusting your instincts. And understand, I'm getting a leap of faith, but there's a lot of understanding connected to this where you recognize that you're only going to be able to get yourself to a specific point, whether it's part of your healing process or it's something connected to your spiritual path and mission. There is a kind of a next level that you need to achieve, and you're not able to do this on your own. Intuitively, you're going to recognize that. There could be stress connected to it, but it feels more like preparing yourself for the next chapter. And here we go. We've got the Hierophant being clarified by the Three of Pentacles, which is teamwork, collaboration, doing something here with another person, going down this expedition, really embarking on this new beginning, this uncharted territory, seeing and exploring what is happening here. This feels like it's coming down to divine timing. Honestly, it feels like from the beginning of the week to the end of the week, there are major shifts that are taking place from a relationship standpoint. And this, again, could be romantic relationships, or it could be just in general, the relationships in your life. There's a lot of awakening, a lot of awareness that's taking place, a lot of rebalancing that's taking place with this full moon. Nope. Okay, let's see if I can hold on to the cards a little bit better. Tell me about the moon. Divine timing is definitely at play here. So clarifying the moon is the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles would be you having a conversation with this other person that's coming onto your path, really exploring all of this. it's about navigating it together, having that open conversation. What is it that you want? What is it that I want? What kind of common goals do we have? How do we achieve those goals? It's all of that type of conversation. It really is planning something out here, creating some sort of stability to help navigate this uncharted territory. With the Four of Wands, I'm getting the Magician here. And so the Magician's about manifesting your goals and your dreams. And from a union standpoint, this is exactly what you were looking for. You were looking for this type of partner along the way. And it was fated. With the Nine of Cups, I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune's growth, expansion, a positive turn of events, things really going in the right direction. But I'm getting a lot of fate and destiny coming into this, especially with this full moon. It just feels like the timing had to be now. There was no better time for this to unfold. So this is the reading for Thursday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.